Okay, Reese here. Today is Sunday, April 14th. Um, decided to do a video for my 40-gallon hex tank. A lot of my friends and people who knew I was getting a tank wanted to see what I've done with it, so they wanted to see it. And finally, I decided to do a video when I had the chance. So, here it is. It's a hexagon glass. I wanted to go with acrylic at first, but I just found out that it was just too much. It was a little harder, a little more work to maintain, and then it like yellowizes and stuff like that. So I decided to go with glass, and I just wanted to get a standard front look for the time being, just so you can view and see what it's like. If you notice, there's a top deck, and that's pretty much something new that you don't see in hexagon tanks these days. This was something that I thought would be pretty creative, and so it's very rare that you see something like this. Well, if we go a little closer here, you'll see that I have black sand. It's actually called Black Beauty, and it was ordered online, so it was very hard to find locally. So it's something that I had to go online and get. Okay, it stays clean and it has a nice shine to it. So back here, I have a thermometer which sticks onto the glass. The readings are good. It's usually between 72 to 74. This is just the back side here. I have a pump along a pump line. The pump is inside the canopy. And then I have the filter just to the back here, for filtration there. Okay, we'll go ahead and get a little more inside the tank here. This fan here, I used to have a suction cup mount that went to it when I had first purchased it. Unfortunately, it broke, and like most people do, they get rid of it and throw it away. I decided to get a little more creative with it and save some money, so I went ahead and just mounted it to the rock here, and looks like it works very well. Okay. Here, just at the top, is an ammonia reader. And basically, at first I didn't really know too much about it, but I do have to know my ammonia readings. I'm in the tank, pH level type stuff. So this comes in handy, and it lasts about a year. Okay, so a really good price on it. The diffuser here, very inexpensive. I typically use this for my plantation. That I have inside, and this pretty much just disperses CO2, and which is the plants need. If those for you that don't know what CO2 is, it's carbon dioxide. So the plants take it in and then they breathe it out. Okay, here's the top part here of the deck. If you look close up, you notice that there's a plunger there, and those are power plungers. They work very well. I was able to get a few of them. They're very inexpensive and they work very well. Okay, if you actually look at the bottom here and you see how well it sits just at the base of the deck, it just sits perfect, immaculate. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and work my way back to the top here. If you notice, there's very fresh moss added. I was actually tying it. It took quite a while, but I managed to tie it. I actually use a window screen for the top, so it's not actually it's not tied onto the acrylic to the deck. I'm sorry. The deck is actually made out of acrylic, and I had actually cut that with saw the piece was bought from Home Depot, so very creative on that. So I'll just go ahead and bring it to the right here. These are additional ornaments that were added to the top. Okay, here I have an extra airline. It's kind of trailing from the back coming to the front, and if you notice, its spins are beautiful windmill there, my windmill of this house. So I'll just go ahead and get a little closer. And okay, as we make our way to the other side here, you see another power plunger. Okay, additional ornaments, moss, of course. Here, right here, this is a CO2 sensor. I had to have this because I needed to know how much CO2 is being dispensed into the tank from the diffuser. So with this, there's a chemical inside, and the way it works is the CO2 just follows up to the chamber, the little white head that you see, into the glass tube, the plastic tube, and depending on how much CO2 it is going in, the color it'll indicate that color. Like green is pretty much what you want to have it set at. It's not slightly green, but it's getting there because the CO2 usually is off at night. But if you notice, you have like yellow, which is like too much. If there's too little, it's usually blue and stuff. So it's a really good, neat tool to have here. Okay, inside that little inside the tank there, you see that's a internal filter. Okay, the whole idea from before is I wanted to have the tank filtered from the bottom and then also from the top at the same time. So I went ahead and I had gotten that and I put it in, and it seems like it's doing a great job there. Okay, the other filter that I pointed out earlier has a tube that runs just to the bottom there. Okay, so that's filtering at the bottom. Anything that misses and floats to the top, the filter, top filter will get. Okay, I have here just to the right here is a heater, and it's a really good neat heater because you could set the temperature to where you want it at, and the really cool thing about it is it actually shuts off when it gets past the temperature setting, like if it needs to cool down, and if it drops below the temperature that it's set at, then it would go back on. So really good energy saver and great unit. Okay, I'll just go ahead and work my way back down here to the right. Here, if you notice, I have a cave, and I actually created this. It's kind of hard to believe, but I took two plastic bottles, hot glue, a little bit of silicone, and some rock, and I was able to create this. I know one thing that I was concerned about was whether it was going to hold or not, and so far so good. It looks like it's doing a good job. Okay, I have some plants, couple plants. I want to go ahead and add more a little later on. But if you look here, there's variations of fish that I have from swordtails, young bloods. I have angelfish. Cory cats for our cleanup crew. I don't think oh yeah, there's one right there. Yeah, he's working overtime. Anyway, I have variations of fish. It's a really good community of fish. I do have a pleco, if anybody was curious. There he is. He's always hiding there, staying out of trouble, and I guess that's good in a way. Okay, so he's doing his thing, and just go ahead and make my way back to the front here. Okay, we're gonna just go to the bottom and just show you guys just what I've put in at the bottom here. Here I have a 10-pound CO2 tank. It's very good, and it lasts a very long time. So it was I knew when I got it I had a pretty good tank there. Okay, and then I have here, this is a Milwaukee instrument regulator, and these things go for about $1.20. Right here you have the bubble counter. Okay, it keeps track of how many counts of how much CO2 is dispensed out into the tank. And there we have a solenoid. That's great. The solenoid is wonderful because I don't have to constantly turn off the CO2 when the night time comes. I just have it hooked to a timer switch, and when the timer goes off, then obviously it turns off, shuts it off. So that's a very neat piece of equipment there. And then I just have my normal routine, my supplies, my air pump here by Petco. Very good pump, very quiet. Have my standard conditioner, foods and stuff. It's the supply for the fish. So then I have my timer set up. It's very well configured, so I don't have any problems with it. One thing I wanted to point out that I forgot earlier is that my canopy here, it was actually natural wood when I had gotten it, real cheap, like 25 bucks. If you look here, there's actually a spot here that's not that color. I still got to paint that, but just some solid proof that it was the color that it was when I had gotten it. So what I ended up doing was I sanded it, and then I managed to paint it with a satin black oil base finish, so you can see how well it turned out, as well as the top here. Okay, and I was able to add handles and hinges to it, so I definitely got my money's worth on that. But that just about covers it. I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and please leave any comments or questions that you may be concerned about, and that's about it. Thank you.